What's up, y'all? I've got some good news for you today. We have Arturo Esquivel in the house, and this man in just 16 days landed a 95K role. He's here to tell us all about his experience in the sword program. Arturo, welcome, brother.
Hey, Jack, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, walk us through what you were doing before discovering the sword program. What job were you in? Why was that not really cutting it? Had you tried to get into tech sales at all? Where were you at?
Before this, I was a server and bartender for the past 10 years. And I'd been trying to get out of the industry for at least like 2 years. Not like the whole time, but I would throw in a bunch of applications, not hear anything back, and then kind of give up for like 3 or 4 months. And then I would try again. So all in all, it's probably like 300, 400 applications. And I think I landed like maybe 13 interviews, only made it to the final round with one company. And then finally accepted that I needed help, and that's when I booked the call with you.
Wow. Wow. So was that kind of frustrating because you had put in, 13 or so, or were you not that discouraged yet, or kind of what was your headspace during that time?
I was pretty discouraged. I was kind of at the point where I felt like I just didn't have the background or the experience that these companies were looking for. So I was pretty close to just kind of throwing my hands in the air and just saying, I guess it's not for me, and just staying and serving.
I'm so glad you didn't. So
Yeah,
tell
me
us
too.
tell us about the after. Tell us about the after now. Like you made it through, you
Mhm.
landed a sick role, dude. My
Yeah.
goodness, in a short amount of time. So what's life like now for you?
Um, I'm pretty excited. I haven't started yet, so I'm pretty excited to actually start grinding, getting to work. And I think before I just didn't think it was possible, and now I feel like not only can I get the job, but I feel like once I start, I don't really think of any reasons why I can't be successful in this role.
Yeah, 1000%, man. That's huge. So, why did you pick sword? Because there's a lot of different, boot camps and programs and work with me, all of that
Mhm.
out there. Why did you ultimately land on sword?
Well, one thing was all the free content that you make available. I went through that, and it was really in depth, really comprehensive. And then after our initial call, just really got the feeling that you're a really genuine person. That you really, first of all, you know what you're talking about. You know, you have that experience, but also you're really just trying to help people. And I felt like if I followed your direction and went through the entire program, I didn't really have any doubt that I would land a job. So that's really what made me go forward with you.
I'm honored, man. I'm honored. Thank you. And to those guys who find themselves in similar situations, like there's a lot of people I've talked to on calls like the one we
Yeah.
had.
Hmm.
They're on the fence and they really can't get off. Like the fear, the anxiety, the investment, the time, the sacrifice. What would you tell that person who's on the fence?
Um, I would say there's a reason why you're thinking about asking for help. I think deep down you're at that point where you realize that you can't do it on your own. And that was a big roadblock for me, is I kind of felt like I have to do everything on my own. I didn't want to admit that I needed help, but obviously it was a great decision. I don't regret it at all. And like I said, if you follow your directions, if you go through the program, you're gonna find success. I actually had a bunch of managers compliment me on my outbound, which was everything. I was just doing what you told me to do. So I definitely believe that if somebody follows your directions, they're gonna get a job.
Huge, huge. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to you being able to take the coaching though and implement it. And so
Mhm.
to actually hear you out loud say like, "Yeah, it was hard for me to admit I needed help." I didn't get that vibe from you at all once we started working. Once we
Yeah.
started working, man, you were locked in,
Mhm.
dialed, super diligent client, and I think that's why you got the results in just 16 days. You were just like, "I'm in. What do I need to do?"
Yeah, definitely. I saw on you. Watched a couple of these videos before where you put like it took this person 15 days or 30 days. So there was a little bit of a competitive aspect for me in my head. Like, let's see how fast I can land one of these roles. So I think I did pretty good. Not too bad.
Not bad, man, especially for 95K.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Hmm.
Well, aside from that aspect, right, landing, a fat role in a short amount of time, we did it. That's what we came here to do.
Hmm.
But aside from that, what's something you're really proud of achieving while we worked together?
Well, I definitely feel like I've become more confident after going through the program, not just in my ability to do the job, but just in myself. I think you remember when I was first making the videos, I was really quiet, kind of shy, and then towards the end, I was able to open up more. So that's something that I wasn't really expecting. I didn't think that I was going to become a more confident person, but that's definitely been a pleasant side effect.
Yeah, it's so funny, man. All of my clients say it's the videos. Like, that's the
Hmm.
most uncomfortable part of the
Yeah.
you would think it's the cold calling and all of that, but it's the videos, like,
Yep.
putting yourself on a camera, having to listen to yourself. It's cringy, but it works. It works.
Yeah, definitely having to listen to yourself was kind of like, wow, do I really sound like that? But you gave me some good feedback on that as well, so I was able to get through that roadblock as well.
Yeah, amazing. Well, you also mentioned kinda working with me directly, so what's something that stuck out to you about my coaching style that you really, gelled with?
Well, your energy, you have a really good energy. You're very supportive. I always felt like I never felt like I was bothering you, even though no matter how many questions I asked you, how many videos I sent you. So I think overall, just your energy and how supportive you are, and just having the confidence that you know what you're talking about.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And it's clients like you who make this so rewarding for me because what you put in is what you're going to get out.
Mhm.
And you met me every step of the way with, like, hey, I did this, I'm doing this, feedback here. And again, for you to get there in just a little over 2 weeks, like, that's why. So great job on that front. Want to ask you too, there's a lot of people out there that are where you were. They're frustrated. They've been putting in job applications, getting denied from interviews, just not making it forward.
Mhm.
What's something you learned in the sword program specifically that if they knew or if they implemented would actually help them go land a job?
Well, you kind of touch on a little bit the videos, the outreach, reaching out to SDRs. I had one SDR. Actually, I had two SDRs actually put in a referral for me, and that's how I ended up landing the interviews. And then also doing research on the companies. I had two managers tell me that I'd be surprised how many people don't do any research before the interview, and they don't have no idea what the product or the company even does. So definitely those two things: focus on the outreach and make sure that you're researching the companies before the interview.
Is that stuff you were doing before you came across sword, or was this all kind of new for you?
Uh, It was new. I had heard about it, but I didn't have the confidence to actually start cold calling people and sending out the videos and stuff. So I just definitely needed that push from you to get me over that hump.
Yeah, that's a very big difference from having confidence in like, well, here's what I'm supposed to do, but I can't do it versus, actually stepping out and trying it and doing it.
Yeah,
It's almost like, hey, you need to go to the gym to get in shape, but you've never been in the gym before. Like, what are you
yeah,
gonna do? You know?
yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Well, man, you got some incredible results because you came in and you just got to work. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you got an offer on your first interview. Is that right?
Yeah, I landed the job. There's supposed to be a second round, and they skipped it, and made me the offer at the end of the interview.
Yeah, that doesn't happen by accident, man. So Arturo, man, it's been an honor to work with you. God has blessed you abundantly. And this is only the beginning for you. I'm excited to keep in touch with you and follow your journey because, man, you've got huge, huge, huge goals ahead
Yeah,
that you're absolutely going to crush, just like you did this program. So thank you for allowing me to be part of your job search process.
thank you too, Jack. I can't thank you enough. I'm really glad that I found you. It was definitely anybody watching this, take the leap, put down the investment. You're not going to regret it. It's 100% worth it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you.